Hello. We are back. How are you guys?
Y'all doing good?
Yeah, we're trying to this was gonna be a short one because unfortunately Edie has to, well, not unfortunately actually, well, one, you got out of work late as always, but you also got a new bed frame,
Yeah.
so you got to go home and build it before we
I gotta go home and build it so I can go to bed.
Yeah.
I got one that the cats can't get under. So when we start fully socializing them and opening the rooms, clink, we can like not have to worry about them getting under my bed and then hiding, and then another one's like, oh, I'm gonna go under there too, and then they fight and you can't get them. Because that happened before.
That sounds pretty atrocious.
But they're doing good. We're getting them. Raven did really well. We pretty much left her out all week.
Yeah.
Since Monday, and then we put them back in there when Kai and Christy left to go camping, because I was like, I'm not going to be home until like 10 o'clock at night, so we should put her back in my room. But they've been doing good. But yeah, I got a bed frame.
Fuck yeah, dude.
With an actual headboard.
Yeah, there you go. Upgrades.
I had a bed frame before. I should reiterate that. I'm not that
yeah, you had a bed frame, but you got a better bed frame.
It's got storage. Yeah.
And
I got a bunch of other shit too, like for the house and stuff. But
I'll tighten that real quick.
It's not falling.
Oh. I thought it was falling a little bit on you.
Tilted this way.
Got it. Yeah. It's not bad. It's pretty good. I don't know. I just whipped it together.
Yeah. It's nice, man.
I should write it down or something. I forgot. I really should. Did I mention this idea to you before about a long time ago about...
I don't know.
Oh, we did. We talked at the very end of one of our podcasts where I talked about getting a camera set up just to film.
Oh, yeah.
Whatever cocktail I make for the channel.
Yeah. No, you started that. You were like, did I tell you about this thing? And I'm like, I don't know what thing you're talking about. I don't know if you told me about it.
Yeah, no, I definitely didn't open that right. I was just like, yeah, this is an idea. But I was like, I should have done that because then I could remember what the fuck this was.
It honestly would be smart to have it set up down there. And then when you're making a cocktail, just hit play.
Yeah, and then if it's good, I upload it. If it's not, whatever.
I might, speaking of doing things outside the podcast, I found a bunch of like casting call places for voice acting.
Hell yeah.
So I'm gonna need to take the microphone again.
Go for it.
Yeah, but I found a bunch of places. I liked a few, like I followed a couple like voice actors on TikTok. I was like, oh, they give tips and then they show you like cool ways to fall into a voice, which is awesome to figure out how they do it.
Yeah.
But then because I started following them, it was like other places where it was like, here's some tips to get into it. Here's casting call places. Here's places you can go for that. And then it was like indie studios that were like, we need somebody that can do this voice at around this time. And I'm like, I'll record some lines and send it in. Like, if it goes somewhere, it goes somewhere. If it doesn't, it's fun.
Yeah. I mean, hey, fuck it. It's worth a shot.
Yeah. And then one guy I do follow, he's part of Smosh. He's Damien Haas.
Yeah.
He landed a gig like 6 years ago. And he's been doing other voices, but he's like, yes, all the stuff that I do, like, it takes like 2-3 years for it to come out. And it just so happens that everything lined up for coming out this year. So he was, or within the recent years, like, he's one of the voice actors in that Cyber Runner game. I'm blanking on it.
Cyber Runner. Cyberpunk?
Yeah. He's one of the voice actors in that. He's one of the voice actors in Dungeon Meshi. He's a voice actor in like 7 different animes, a couple different video games. And he's like, yeah, everything just... I got the jobs like 6 years ago. And they all decided to come out in the last 2-3 years. So it looks like he's just like blowing up for this like... I forgot I did that. And I'm like, that'd be dope if I could get into that. And then it's just like... I'm at a convention or something, and somebody's like, "Oh, hey, that new anime looks pretty good," and I'm like, "That's me," you know?
Yeah, he's like, "Ooh." Dude, that'll be sick though.
Yeah,
and hey, legit, dope. Like, yeah, we can get you Cubase set up. Honestly, if you need to do them here, you can. So you have.
I want to start fucking around with it at home too. You know.
Yeah.
Like, because it'd be the same as the podcast. Coming out here, 40-minute drive.
Sure. Oh no, I just mean like if last minute or whatever before that. But like, still, like that's awesome. I can show you little bits of how to kind of use it. Honestly, you should just go hang out with Jake.
Yeah.
That's kind of what I did. I just went to Jake and was like, all right, kind of show me the quick things I got to remember. And
yeah, and then I decided next year is Bard year, so I'm actually gonna do like the dumb covers we talked about, and then a couple real ones. Maybe they'll see the light of the day. Maybe they won't, because I think I sound good in the car, but maybe I don't sound good.
Oh yeah, no, it's different. Honestly, you know what you gotta do is you gotta plug one ear. You plug one ear and then you get to actually hear how you sound. That's why you see a lot of vocalists on stage and stuff do that, is so they can hear their inner self and actually hear, are they on key or are they not? Because
what's funny is this ear is pretty much always plugged, so maybe I do sound good. I don't know.
Hey, that's the thing. But no, that's why they're always doing this thing, so they can hear.
Yeah, you can find the tone easier.
Yeah, but that you could. I think you can do it. That's gonna be awesome.
Be fun, man. And then get you in there to do some drum portions.
I mean, there's definitely better drummers at this point.
No, fuck no.
I don't even have a drum set, bro.
The whole plan of the podcast that nobody knows about is it was an elaborate ploy for me and you to start a band.
Yes. No,
well
I gotta
into our 30s.
Yes. No, I gotta get myself an electric kit. The problem is the one I want's almost $4,000.
Yeah.
And if I'm gonna get one, I'm gonna do that. It's gonna be on a payment plan over a long period of time, and it's like, all right, I just gotta commit to doing that, but also I gotta commit to doing that, and that's a lot.
Yeah. That's why I figured, why would I just try to re-record lines? Like, I want to do that for fun.
Yeah.
But I'm like, if I actually want to do the voice acting stuff, like, I gotta commit to it and be like, here's an audition tape, you know, like, and then they can give me feedback and shit too. But it's one thing to just do dumb voices for D&D and then be like, I'm doing voice acting. I'm not. Yeah. You know.
No, the real one's gonna be practicing doing like all the real emotions and actually being sad and crying and all that shit.
Yeah, which D&D's been helpful. Like, the people I play with are really big on role play. So it's, you know, there's been moments, like, I want to say with one of the games I played with Damon, there's been moments where both he and I, like, almost cried in character. And then we were like, well, let me get a beer, bro. You know?
All right, time to... Yeah. No, we can... I'm excited because that'll definitely get you set up. You can take this, you can take the pop filter, the extra pop filter home, so you have that too.
Better than the one I have.
Yeah, I'd say feel free to snag that because I forgot that I had it until we had this going. I was like, oh well, I'll at least give it to Steve, even though his mic didn't get turned on.
Yeah,
because I knew that's
through and it wasn't too bad.
It's not too bad.
Yeah,
I just kind of panicked because I realized in the editing, I was like, no. Yeah. But there's enough mics around him that he gets picked up. But I was just like, dude, I'm so mad that I did everything right except for just turn it. I even turned his mic on and all the shit. I just didn't set the one fucking input right. So it's like, damn.
I did show a couple people because a lot of people don't really watch. Like, they know the podcast, and like I was talking to Nick yesterday after D&D, and I was like, oh yeah, I got to show you the NASA drop when it drops. I got to show you that. Like I'm pretty sure I could show you now, but like, I don't know, wait till it drops. And he was like,
NASA?
The what? And I was like, yeah, the NASA drop, like the podcast. And he was like, you guys?
No.
And I was like, no. I was like,
we aren't that good.
The guy we did our merch with, and we wear his merch all the time, he's got a NASA drop. And he was like, that's still fucking wild. And I was like, no, I gotta show you it. And then I was like, you know what? I'm gonna show you. I was like, I want to show you. And I was like, I opened the fucking link and I was like, do you know this guy's name? Because you know when you open the link how it shows who it's from. And he was like, huh? And I'm like, yeah. I was like, I'm so proud of this guy, man.
Yeah, no, it's dude. I'm excited, honestly. Like, I will be getting at least one or two of those shirts
I'm
from that drop.
blowing that shit up to everybody.
Yeah,
like, look at this shit. And I showed him some of the mock-ups, and he was like, I didn't expect it to look that fucking badass. And I'm like, yeah,
they're awesome.
I'm like, dude, that's why I don't buy many shirts. I buy the joke shirts and then Atypical, and that's it.
Yeah, I need to just get like, a bunch more of like wanting to get, like I said, I got to get another pair of his shorts.
Yeah.
Not these aren't the ones, but I got to get that, and then I want to get one or two other things, another hat. I think he's gonna drop another style. I should have asked him that, because I asked him if he had a certain type of hat that he didn't have for a certain reason. He was like, oh, okay. So I think it gave him the idea of like a future drop, like that's what he wants to do. Because like, essentially what I want is I want a white hat so that when I go golfing, I'm not or outside fishing anywhere out in the sun for longer than a 2 or 3 hour period, the black isn't absorbing the heat. The white at least helps with that. And then also like the mesh style.
Yeah.
But like, cause I was like, I'd like to get one of those, cause the only hats I have are all black, and when we're out, the one I did notice when we're out golfing, it does make it a little warmer. Yeah. So I'm like, all right, like I gotta, I want to get a different hat. Also, like, I'm bald. I just, I gotta start wearing hats more. So I'm like, all right, well. Because that's the thing, is every bald dude has a million hats because we got to protect our heads. And I'm like, I only have this one black hat that I love, but like I don't want to wear it when I'm mowing the lawn because it's black and I'm just sitting out in the sun. So if I had some other colors, but I also only want to get his hats.
Too. You'll get the sweat stains.
That part.
Rim. Yeah.
And I'm starting to in his, so I'm trying to like avoid getting it really crusty and gross, so I don't have to get two hats.
I don't want to. I'm gonna make the joke. I never really thought I looked good in hats. Like, I have a few hats, but I don't really wear them all the time because I always wear a hat at work. But I wore them when I was bald because it was nice.
Yeah.
Now that the hair's reached this level of length, I put a hat on for the hell of it and like slick the hair back, and it perfectly like shoots back, and I'm like, God, that looks good. Yeah. So I'm like, I might wear hats now, you know?
Well, at a certain point, it's like you have to have a certain style to wear a hat. Like if you have a certain style of hair and it looks weird in the hat, but like me now that before it looked, I don't know, I just wasn't a fan of hats, but now that I'm bald, like it fits better.
Yeah. Yeah, there is that stigma of like, toxic guys being like, oh, take your date to a pool and, you know, and see how pretty she really is. And then the girl's response is like, take his hat off.
Shave your beard.
Like, see what's under his hat.
The other one is shave your beard.
Yeah, shave your beard and see how your face really looks.
Because unfortunately, like, I know there's like one or two guys that like we know. Well, you don't know. Like, one is a gym guy. And some other stuff that he's just like, yeah, I can't. Like, I know I don't. He doesn't have a chin, so he's like, nope, gotta have this, so it looks like I have a chin. It's like James Harden. He's a basketball NBA superstar essentially, but if you look at the pictures of him without his beard and with his beard, he looks like a totally different human. Like, that's the example. Because like honestly, that's the thing. Is like even the like friends I have that like do that, I'm like, it's not the worst.
I mean, I've shaved mine off. You've seen
you're not bad at all without
it. Like it's okay. I have like even with the beard, I have a baby face. Yeah. Like, but I don't know. I don't like my jawline without the beard. Like, I'm very ovally. Like, I'm not chunky. I still have a decent jawline, but it's too babyish, you know?
I mean, To be fair, like, I feel like that's just one of those, like, once you get into good shape and then you're like,
Yeah.
you have a different, all of a sudden your jawline sharpens extra. That's like when you shave.
Yeah.
Because that's the thing now is like, even when because I'm not in as good a shape as I was when I was shaving my my beard.
Balls.
Shaving my bald.
Fun fact, when you're in shape, your balls are plumper.
I mean, technically, yeah.
They are actually technically.
Yeah,
Also,
well, because when you work out, you develop more testosterone.
They said that for every 20 pounds you're overweight, you lose an inch.
Yeah.
Which is wild.
Yeah. Oh, no, I figured that out real quick when I lost my fucking 80 pounds.
I figured that out, too, because I'm like, it's a little smaller right now.
When I went from 260 to like 190.
You're like, I'm 4 inches now.
I was like, I don't cry when I go to sleep anymore. No, but that is, it really is true. That's hilarious.
Yeah,
It just,
I don't know if it's a solid full inch, but like
it's
noticeable.
It's the fupa.
Yeah, it's noticeable.
The fupa goes away and it reveals what is stuck behind the fupa.
Yeah, the true prize.
The true prize. The extra half.
The extra half.
Make you whoop.
Hidden for eons.
Whoop. I remember the one time when that was huge and I did that on the podcast and how annoying it was to remember when it was so I could throw the little
I went back to look for clips. Like, I think it was last year. And I got to that episode and was just kind of zoned out a little bit. And then it just went, whoop. And I was like, what the fuck was that?
That was one of the fun parts of when I used to have to edit this for the shots. Oh my god,
fun, man!
But no, that's circle back to wrap up. Like, I'm excited if you actually do the voice acting shit because that's really cool, and that's something you really can do from home. Like, especially because I mean, Jake does voice acting for the Power Rangers. Yeah, he does the ADR. Like when they do the Power Rangers voice acting, all that shit. They all do that at his place.
I didn't know he did ADR. What I was thinking of was practicing at home and then like send on audition tapes, something I record like this. And then if somebody's like, yeah, we kind of like you, but we need it to be clearer, blah, blah, blah. Do you have access to like a studio or do you have a home studio? Then I can be like, Jake.
Well, that's the thing is like all those Power Ranger films he always works on, and the like when Marguerite and Ryan do their 48-hour movie projects, they film the whole thing in 48 hours, and then they also will like go to his place and then do the voice dubs at his place, so all the actors come over and do the voice acting for the redubbing of or whatever.
Yeah, the ADR,
yeah, ADR. So he does all that there. So like he definitely can be like, all right, well at the very least, like here's this plugin, here's this plugin, here's this plugin that like really will help like cut out back out noise. Yeah. Because like when you get Cubase, it comes with obviously enough stuff that I was able to make our stuff sound pretty decent. But like he'll be able to get you some real shit that like if you're trying to really up your game, like he'll get you the real good shit.
Jeff Mullins.
Yeah. Dude, we gotta hang out with him again.
Yeah, we should see him soon.
And actually like just hang out with him, not do a photo shoot, just hang out.
But he's got because we did the rap song that has never been released.
Mm-hmm.
Which I'm still slightly proud of.
Yeah.
When we did that, he's got like a little booth where it's like you literally fit your head in, and it's like
it's a Guitar Center.
It's like 2 feet, 3 feet.
Yeah, I know you can buy it.
Yeah, he had one of those, and I was like, I could just get that.
Yeah.
But then I watched other voice actors who were just like, just throw a blanket over your head. Like straight up, they're like, yeah, just throw a blanket over your head. Like the voice of Vegeta, he was like, that's what I did when I started.
I mean, that
Right.
works. But if you can get the thing, get the thing.
Yeah, like the high quality for sure.
Yeah, just because. Well, here's the other thing too: is at a certain point, like when you're going to be trying to do different voices, it will benefit you to have the perfectly square one, or throw, because like if you need to be in somewhere where you're supposed to be in a spacious environment where you echo, you don't enclose your voice in it yet.
That and you get into things where like you have movement, like, you know, like it is lame to say, but like
no, you have to do
like,
the
you do the movement, like you swing a sword and you're like that, and like, actually move because you get that extra hit. You know, God, I don't know. I don't do this shit. I do it for D&D.
But no, but that's just real though. Like anytime you watch like the people doing the voice acting, they're in a soundproofed room, a vocal booth, and they're usually wider so that they have the room to like run around, move, all that stuff. Or like, you know, if you're like Benedict Cumberbatch, they gave him the little thing here when he was doing like Smog. Yeah, when he's doing Smog, he had the fucking little thing right in front of his mouth so he could move wherever. But like, they
do that with Kratos too.
Yeah. Which was funny. Actually, perfect timing and segue, kind of. So I actually started at Melissa's gym. I don't know if I've said that on here yet.
You did last episode, I think, because we were talking about.
Oh yeah, because it hasn't come out yet.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I started finally doing that. It's been really nice. I'm liking it. I do have to go back to work next week. I got the text today.
I'm sorry.
But because I was enjoying like being able to go at like not after work. But this will be the interesting thing of like, all right, I'll just have to start going after work a couple days, at least 3 days a week.
At least 3. That's where I'm at because I'm too busy, man. Like, thank God we've moved like D&D night, but like even then, there's 1 week. We do bi-weekly, so there's 1 week every 2 weeks where I am busy from Monday through Thursday. Like,
yeah. Oh no, and that's part of it too. Is like what's nice is like it's obviously taking me a little bit of time now because since I'm new at the gym, it's gonna be like, all right, well, she wants me to do these exercises. It's gonna be like, all right, well, where's the equipment in the gym? Yeah. So it's finding the things, and she also today, thank God I saw her while I was there today to do my workout. She was like, all right, so like she wanted me to do like lat pull downs for my triceps with they have a specific grip one that forces you to grip it like this.
So you're keeping closer together,
and it was really nice. But she was like, "You need to use either this one or this machine. You can't use that one because you're too tall, and that's a short machine, so you won't be able to get the deep pull that you need."
Well,
and I was like,
"You can lean back."
Oh, I mean, I can do that, but she was like,
she wants you to be straight.
Yeah, she wants you the good form. That's the thing. I'm going to start actually practicing some of the strongman shit at some point.
Nice.
I have my final workout tomorrow for my first week of the 3 days, which is gonna suck because I gotta it's all legs again, and I did some other legs, and then I went too hard doing cardio on an elliptical, but my ass hurts.
I shouldn't take tomorrow off, but I'm going to.
Like work?
Gym.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because I've been going as much as I can. And then this week, of course, is D&D week, so I went. I didn't go on Monday because I took Monday off.
It's your birthday tomorrow.
Yeah, I was sick on Monday. I woke up at 2 a.m. with a horrible migraine. There's other shit that happened during the day that I want to talk to you about. I was saving it for this.
Oh yeah.
But I didn't go Tuesday. Didn't go Wednesday. Didn't go today. But tomorrow I'm gonna go to Baffin.
Yeah.
Like just get some beers. You know.
I'm gonna be honest. Like if I wasn't going up north tomorrow, I would just join you for beers.
Yeah. Nick and Teresa, they at D&D yesterday. Teresa was like, "Are you doing anything for Friday?" And I was like, "No."
So that's the thing. My brother's kind of like, I think he might go out on a date with his girl that he's with, but otherwise I don't. Because I asked him, I was like, "What are you doing anything?" He's like, "You don't need to do anything." I'm like, well, "College, it's his 30th." So I'm like, "Well,
yeah." I mean, I wanted to do stuff,
Yeah.
But
Yeah. I mean, that's the problem. I'm like, of course, like they picked this weekend. I was like, fuck.
yeah,
Because I was like, I did want to hang out for your birthday. I legit need to just 1 year be like, no, like, this is the year that I actually hang out with you for your birthday. Because it's been years at this point.
what's funny is for my birthday, what I'm doing is I'm getting electrical to the garage. I'm doing that on Saturday with Kyle, not your brother.
Yeah.
And I was talking to him a little bit, and he was like, well, you don't do anything for your birthday either? I was like, not really. I was like, I was thinking next year I'm going to rent a gazebo and do a cookout. And then I looked at him, and I was like, but I can't do that. And he was like, why? And I was like, you're getting married on my birthday next year. And he was like, your birthday's the 12th? And I was like, yeah, it is.
That's hilarious.
I was like, so I was all excited for it for like 2 months, and then I was like, oh,
son of a bitch.
I can't do that because most of my friends will be there. And he's
Yeah,
like,
100%.
Dude, that sucks because next year your birthday's a Saturday. And I was like, I know. He's like, that's why we picked that day. And I was like, I know, I figured.
Well, you know what? We can still do that. I'll be like, hey, Kyle, we're gonna do a gazebo party for you and Kyle.
We could, but also I don't know if I don't know
if you're
Sam
invited or
and
not.
Kyle that much, but we've been hanging out with them a decent amount, and like
Now by
and like Kyle and I are pretty chill together. Like
they're cool as fuck. I just haven't like.
I feel like it would be like Edie's really fun to drink with. Can we invite Edie?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, no, that's fair. It'll be like when we invited Kai and we invited Chrissy and he lives there and we hang out with him, so they invite you.
If you don't, it's okay.
Oh yeah, no, that's at a certain point it was difficult to draw the line once we were inviting people. I do specifically remember having like fuck, like I want to invite this person and this person and this person, but it really comes down to like, all right, each person legitimately costs me X amount.
Yeah.
Like
I'll just show up after dinner.
Yeah, you crash.
So it's at the Crowfoot. Like
no shit.
Yeah. And I have the Crowfoot Presents shirt. I was joking with them. I was like, I'll just fucking crash it and pretend I'm working. Like,
well, the problem is the people that we worked with still work there, and they'd be like, "What the fuck? Why are you here?" And be like, "Well, I'm technically friends with them, but they didn't invite me, so I'm crashing it by helping you for free."
Yeah, I'll help you for free until dinner's served, and then after that, I'm gonna go get drunk.
And they're like, "I mean, all right, just let me do the changeover."
Yeah.
I remember how to do that.
I remember how to do most of it. You want me to help break down after? I got you.
Dude, that was such a weird time in our lives.
Truthfully, man.
Like that we just filled in and helped. We're like, we're just working at the Crowfoot for like this year at some random points.
Like, and I didn't need the extra money, but it helped.
Oh yeah.
And like it felt weird.
It was my weed money.
It was my get ahead money.
I mean, it was definitely like I didn't smoke a lot of weed at that time, so it was definitely not my weed money. But it was, I mean, it helped for my weed, but I was definitely like, all right, cool. I was laid off that entire year. That was that's why I did it, because I was laid off that whole year, and I was like, I did need it, but it helped me get weed.
It was extra weird because it was like the people that were working there, and I'm not bad mouthing them, but like that was their main job.
Mm-hmm.
And then you and I were just like, I'm just here. Like,
yeah, we're just like, whatever, man.
We're like, extra money? Hell yeah.
Also, like, I will talk a little shit because I know they don't listen to this. We worked harder than most of them, and that was it was our like side gig, and we were working harder than most of them. We were like, what the fuck are you like?
I was like, what's your fucking work ethic? That was the same with the fireworks place, man.
Yeah. I did think about something today. I thought I saw maybe that kid that used to work with Gino. I thought I saw him today at the gym, and I was like, no, it's just a different white guy that was muscular. But like for a second, like he kept happening to be by me, and I was like, I forgot about that kid. And I'm glad that I'm assuming he didn't blow his car up with those fireworks that got purchased
by somebody,
by someone for him,
not us.
It wasn't us.
It was
wasn't
somebody.
one of us.
It was not. But no, I was thinking about that too, because like our work ethic was crazy compared to them.
Sorry to wrap that one up. The person that did it like got really fucking high and was like, that was not smart. But
hey, it's fine, man.
no, it was funny. It was just, I mean, obviously it's all good, but yeah.
I mean,
I saw his
many fields on fire.
Well, I was more worried about him blowing a truck up.
Yeah.
Because he was like, yeah, you know what he was talking about doing stuff. I was like, oh yeah. And I was like, yeah, it was a joke, but also maybe not. He's not smart. But no, I saw his truck because it's across from my work. It's legitimately straight. I the turnaround to turn into that parking lot is also the turnaround I hit every day when I go home. So I always end up looking in there, and once in a while I see the two dogs sitting outside the parking lot, and I'm like, oh, I want to go over and pet them. But I'm not going to because then I'd have to talk.
Yeah.
But, like, I think I saw, like, 4th of July was coming up. So I saw, like, I think I saw his truck. I was like, oh, okay, yeah, he's back. It's the busy time for them.
Yeah.
I don't need to go in there. I thought about it, but I don't need to.
Yeah, I thought about going in there to buy some fireworks, but then I wound up working the 4th, and I was like, nah, not worth it.
No, you're going to make money, and it's not worth it. Honestly, it's way better. To me, fireworks aren't that special. I don't think there's, I mean, it's cool and all, but, like, I don't think there's, I would not spend money on it.
If I still, like, if I still lived in, like, the country or went down to Kansas to visit.
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah. But, like, where I'm living, it's just annoying.
Like, I guess, like, to me, like, maybe once, like, in a couple of years, like, whenever we start having a kid.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Like, then it'll be like, all right, I'll get the little things, but, like, I don't know if I'm not spending money on a display. I'm not going to be that guy.
I will.
No, we know enough people. That's the thing, is there's always, like, you just make friends with someone that does that.
No, that's what I'm saying.
You're going to be that guy?
Kid, once they're like fucking 10 plus, yeah, I'm setting fireworks up.
Well, the people we know that do it, Dan, he just got engaged, but like they do like the thing where, his dad actually like travels a lot for like his work. It's like some sort. I can't remember. It's like electrical or something like that. So he, it's like at multiple places. So he's always driving around. So he will stop at the fireworks places that are all randomly around, and he picks up the random shit they have on deals on. Just because he's like, yeah, fuck it. Like, I'm going to be there. They have this sale going on. And he does it throughout the whole year. So he probably gets more. He's the guy that gets, like, probably $5,000 worth of fireworks.
For, like, $2,000.
For, like, $2,000 on sale kind of thing. So he's, that's how he does it. And I was like, okay, that's pretty cool. And then everyone just kind of comes over up north. They didn't do it this year because he went up north with her family and proposed. So that was pretty cool, but I don't know. It was funny to be selling fireworks when I was like, I would never spend my money on this.
Yeah, it was funny for me because like I used to, and like truthfully, I didn't like. I recognized the boxes and like went off of vibe of like this is something I would have bought when I was younger.
Yeah,
I can tell this is good quality. Dude, I was bullshitting.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
90% of the time. I was like, yeah, this one's pretty cool. This one will set off a car alarm. I don't fucking know if it will. Like,
yeah. I mean, to me, most of it was just like that little small aisle. Like once I was there, because we were there for at least a couple weeks, so I was like, all right. I was able to slowly like get an idea of what some of them were. So when they asked, I was like, all right. I remember these 4 were good. And there's a lot of them. So we sold out of the ones real quick because I kept getting everyone to fucking buy them.
Yeah.
Because I was like, it's easy. Them having that screen there sold itself because all you got to do is boom. You scan the label and it would show you the fireworks. They could actually see what it did. And I was like, as long as they gave you a lot, I was like, yeah, this one's a lot of bang for its buck. That was the easy sells. Yeah. So I just found all the ones. I was like, this one has a lot going on and it's cheap.
Yeah.
Here you go. And it was easy.
Dude, I was lying. Like half the time I'd be like, oh, what you want is this one. And it's one that I knew we were sold out of. And then I'd bring them over and be like, shit, there's none over here. I can check the back for you. This one's gone. Shit, what is comparable? I'm like, this one's 120. You know what? If you get these three, which totals up to 140, it's a little bit more. You're gonna get like twice as much. And I'm like, all right. I don't fucking know what they do.
I really hope one of them really just went, and that was it. Like, he's just like, what the fuck? And then they're like, well, I don't know. You should have scanned the label thing.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It was.
I sold a lot of the kid shit too.
Yeah. Actually, I didn't sell any of that shit because I was like,
a bunch of the sparklers.
Well, I sold. I did it one time because some guy actually was like, I'm specifically only grabbing a bunch of little kid shit. I have like a 4 and 5-year-old. I was like, oh, okay. He's like, yeah, just stuff that. I was like, all right, cool. But
yeah, I sold a bunch of that because like when I did fireworks, I also I was the older cousin. So it was like I knew all the stuff for the younger kids.
Yeah.
It's like, you want this. You know.
Well, the main problem was like, oh, there we go. Like, what they were saying is like, people would come in and ask for a specific thing, and then I learned. I don't know if they told you this. So they were like, they basically will do some of the same fireworks, but they change names every 2 or 3 years so they can advertise it differently. And I was like, oh, okay. So like the problem is like, yeah, I would literally just go up to Robert, the owner, and be like, all right, well, or not the owner, but the head manager, and he was like, he's asking for this, and he's like, oh, they changed it to this, but we don't have them. I was like, oh. I was like, so there's like a whole fucking catalog of stuff you got to pay attention to for that. And I was like, it's a whole industry, man. It's crazy.
I just didn't like him.
Yeah.
I never went to him for anything because he yelled at me for like upselling one day. And I was like, dude, I'm making you money. Like, he's like, oh, I need you to go in there and unpack like 6 boxes. And I'm like, yeah, but I'm about to sell like $2,000 worth of shit. Like,
yeah,
no.
Yeah,
he was just a dick.
Oh no, it's honestly like, I think part of the problem is like, obviously that's the only time they make money.
Yeah.
So he's like run around with a chicken with his head cut off because he's like, we have to make money, and he's not paying attention to the fact that that's what you were doing. He just knows that we were brought in as dudes to kind of just stock room, so he's just yelling and shit. And I'm like, bro, like, also like, he had to learn real quick because I do think
he learned fast with us.
Yeah, I think Lori told him like, one, like, these dudes don't actually
they don't need to be here.
They don't need to be here. They're here to help him make a little extra cash. They don't need the extra cash. It's just helpful. Yeah. So they will walk off
100%.
And then also like, after real quick we proved that we're worth the work, and he's like, all right, like, cool, I can't.
Just leave me alone.
Yep. Tell me the quick
pizza.
thing.
Like, I'm gonna do all this, and then I'll go unload your 4 boxes quicker than you've ever seen.
Yeah. But yeah, it was just funny because I was thinking about that since it's been a year now since we did that, and
I didn't get asked to come back. Did you?
I mean, they definitely. Well, they told me to tell. They're like, you both are welcome back anytime.
Yeah, well, they told me last year. I meant like this year. Did anybody message you? Like,
oh no. Okay. But also like, I don't think they kept track of our phone numbers. I don't think they even saved our phone numbers.
I figured they might like hit up Brandy and be like, can you ask them? But I don't know.
I mean, they might have, but like, yeah, we don't talk.
I was
so
like, no, I don't need to. Like, I'm already in overtime right now.
Yeah, and I would have just been like, I'm good. But no, either way, we gotta make this a short one so you can still get home.
Yes, but I do
Yes.
want to quickly tell you what happened on Monday while I was.
Oh, yes.
So I woke up at 2 a.m. with a horrible headache. I threw up so many times.
Your migraine headaches.
Yeah, I think I probably got heat stroke during the brunch on Sunday, which was like an all day thing for Chrissy.
Yeah, that was fun.
But I finally woke up at like noon on Monday and came out, got a glass of water, was sitting on the couch. And Chrissy's downstairs talking to me a little bit. And she goes, "Holy shit." She's looking out the window, and I turned to look. And the neighbor's not across the street from us, but next to them, the lady is running to her minivan. She pulls a shovel out of it, throws the shovel at the dude who lives there. He starts beating the shit out of her. Another guy comes out, starts beating the shit out of that guy. The grandma comes out. One of the guys like hits the grandma. Somebody, not one of us, called the cops. 4 fucking cops showed up. Before the cops got there, the neighbor next to them came out, was also calling the cops and was like, "What the fuck's going on?" And then the guy started to go at him and he was like, "I'm gonna go inside, fuck this." Cops show up. They're starting to figure it out. They go into the house, so we know it's a bigger issue. They go in there. The mailman comes through, delivers the mail, and just continues on their way. They bring the first guy out. Like they arrest him, so we think he was hitting the lady, and that's why she retaliated. That gets all settled. Their Jeep is still parked in the house next to them in their driveway, where nobody lives at right now.
Oh.
So they had to get that moved eventually, but like everything was cleared out. The grandma got picked up by somebody else. And it was like wild to watch. Meanwhile, Sabrina's husband or boyfriend, I can't remember what the relation is, was bringing us tomatoes. He pulled up right when all that went down. Could not leave. So he was just talking to Kai about tomatoes while all this was going down. And then fast forward to 8 o'clock at night. Chrissy and I are putting up the tent so we can treat it and everything for when they go camping. We start hearing yelling again, and we're like, "Oh my god, he got out of jail." Like,
yeah,
they're back at it again. So we walk up front, and it's 3 different guys, like, holding down this one dude. One of the guys is cussing him out, like, "You're not supposed to be driving the fucking company truck, like, you fucking alcoholic, blah, blah." Meanwhile, the company truck is parked in an angle in the middle of the street. Chrissy's like, "Do we call the cops again?" And I was like, "No." I'm like, "I'm pretty sure they got it handled. Let's go take care of your tent. I want to go back to sleep because I still have a headache and I'm tired." But dude, it was the wildest day off.
I'm not gonna lie. I kind of think it would have been funny if he called the cops again. But like, hey, so it's crazy to do this again. But that same house is
not the same house as the house next to that house.
Oh, like, so the neighbor's house that we called on earlier, they're fighting now. There's a truck in the middle at an angle, and they're probably gonna beat the shit out of this guy.
Oh, dude, it was wild. I was like, honestly, the only reason I said call the cops the first time was because that lady threw a shovel at the guy.
Yeah,
and I was like, that could kill a man.
Yeah, that's that's a step above just punching someone. That's
I was judging her a little bit, and then once the guy swung on her, I was like, okay, she threw a shovel at him, like, yeah, maybe. But then I saw like the other side of her face after everything was handled. Massive black eye, and I was like, "Oh, he hit her first." And then she was like, "You're coming close to me," and fucking swung. Yeah, dude, it was wild because we saw her like rush into the van, and like he was coming at her, and we were like, "Oh shit, they in a fight!" And then just a shovel, and I was like, "Oh fuck!"
This is why you posted the shovel, man. Yeah, that's so funny. Oh my god!
So many people were looking at the shovel, and me just like, "Haha, Sharkeisha," and I'm like, "No, you don't understand."
That's so funny.
Oh, it was wild, man. And the whole time, like, I was still having a migraine.
Yeah,
So
sure. Like, is this real?
Like, none of this is real. And like, I started feeling a little bit better, and I was like, oh my god, all of this is real. Like, I was like, I'm just sick. Like, I'm having a fever dream right now. But no,
Oh my
all of it was
God.
real. And I was like, why does she have a shovel in the van? And it wasn't like a snow shovel. It was a fucking spade.
That's fucking wild.
Yeah, it was crazy. And I wanted to tell you about it so bad. But I was like, I gotta save this for podcast. We never rolled.
We never rolled. Let's roll and call it.
16, baby.
All right. Well, thank you guys so much. We love you, and have a great one. Bye, guys.